Hello and welcome, this is Mercenary, and we're back with some more BattleTech. In the last video, I was able to test out my new mechs for the first time and find out where their capabilities lie. And in particular, the Battlemaster, although very effective, ran a little too hot. So I have to make up my mind on whether we want to forge ahead and do missions despite that fact, or make those changes and do without the Battlemaster while those changes are being made. So let's go ahead and take a look at our contracts and make that decision. Oh, okay, so we have a travel contract that wasn't here before, and it's an assassinate mission, and Argos, I don't know where that is, 15 days away, so it's not too far. Been scouring the Argos system for weeks, looking for a pirate spy who took something that didn't belong to them. Recent intelligence has revealed a possible location, but we can't possibly chase every lead with our thin resources. We need you to look into this long shot. If you find the spy, destroy them. Okay, well, let's take a look at the star map and actually see where this is, and then we may or may not want to do that. It's 3.5 skulls, which we can handle. At least, it seems like we can handle. We did one before. Granted, that was 1-on-1 odds. There can be times where you're outnumbered. So it is actually going backwards. And I'm not sure if I can shop in the Tarian space now, because we're... they're enemies. So 3 skull, I don't know if we're going to see that many missions there either. So if we travel here, the mission that we're taking might be the only mission available to us. And also I would be backtracking a way I don't really want to go. I prefer to go out this way if I can. But I also don't want to have too many of these neutral contracts. I want to be improving reputation with some faction somewhere. So not really sure. We could travel up to Oregon space once we do this contract, although it would probably take a while. Well, this is only saying 26 days, so it might not be that bad to jump from here into Oregon space. I'm not sure. Let's see what our reputation is like with the Tarians. So at this moment, we're still indifferent. So they don't hate me. Okay, I mean, it might be worth looking into. We'd be improving the Federated Sons relationship. I am going in the wrong direction. But I am curious, can we shop an Atarian system? I don't know. So, alright, I'll take that contract. But before we do that, let's go into the bays and make the changes. So, the first one I want to do is the Highlander. I forgot to make a couple changes I want to make. So, starting off with the Dragon. We're going to refit the Dragon, we're going to remove the cockpit mod, and we're going to put that in the Highlander, because that's now our starter mech that we're going to be using unless it's damaged. So let's rip that out. Okay, it's going to cost us a little bit of money. I don't know if it's going to take any time to put it into the Highlander. Ripping things out usually doesn't take any time at all, but we'll see.
Logged and noted. Shouldn't be too hard.
Alright, yeah. So that's already done. Let's go refit this. I don't think there's anything in the head. Yeah, there was anything in the head. I just saw that real quickly before I clicked on it. So head slot's free, so we can put in our cockpit mod, which we definitely want, and confirm that. It says 1 day, but it might not take really a day. It always says a day, even when it doesn't really take a day. That's like the minimum, I guess.
Get it in the schedule.
Okay, well, it's actually going to take a day, which is one of the reasons I didn't do it before, because I thought it would knock that mech out for a little while. Now the Battlemaster, and this is going to be a little bit more extensive refit, so I expect it to take more than a day. There's a couple different ways I could approach this. I could remove one of the medium lasers and just run with the 6 that's the default that this mech has. We would reduce our damage in doing so, obviously. The other option is to remove the machine guns. Machine guns don't do a lot of damage for us. It's a heat-free weapon. I mean, it doesn't generate any heat. So it is good in that regard, but you have to be at point-blank range to use it. I honestly think we'd benefit more from having better heat efficiency. I could rip the heat bank and just put another heat sink in. But I'm going to give it that one more chance. So I'm going to rip the machine guns. This will remove some of our firepower, but we'll replace that firepower with heat efficiency, which is going to allow us to run this mech, run its weapons more often. So I'll take that. Okay, and I've got my my colors all mixed up. I can't have that. There we go. Completely. Oh no, we got more colors mixed up. We got to fix that. There we go. All right. I think that's all we want. So a little bit of firepower down, but this should be more heat efficient in the end. We don't really know because it's off the scale now because with the heat bank, which again, I don't know why that affects heat efficiency as much as it does because it's a false reading, but all right. All right, so according to this, it's only going to take 1 day, so we'll see. I would imagine it's still going to take that 1 day because we are moving around quite a bit.
On it.
Okay.
I'll let you know when that's
So yeah, there we go. All right, well, that's the changes I want to have made. I'm still not convinced 100% that the Battle Master is going to be our future, the way we're using it. But for now, we're going to stick with this and we're going to keep going with it. We're going to see, does this doctrine work? Does the loadout work? Okay, now that we've done that, let's go ahead and take this contract. The pay is kind of meh for the difficulty. It's better than this one, though. And, you know, assassinate missions, we haven't done a lot of those, so let's go ahead and negotiate. And I'll take, you know, again, 50-50 here. We know we're going to at least have one enemy mech, maybe. I mean, again, every time I've played an assassinate mission, it's always been an enemy mech. The other things, it might be vehicles or what have you, but we'll find out when we do that. All right, let's go ahead and accept.
Bio command.
Start moving. And then when we get there, I'll go ahead and... All right, I don't think I want to do anything else. But once we get there, I'll do the mech warrior level ups and everything, and then we'll launch the contract. We'll check the store too, just, you know, to see if there's going to be anything there. Because I don't know if it's going to let me do that in the Tarian space. But again, they don't hate me yet. They're at war with the Regan Restoration, but they're not at war with me. I'm a mercenary group, so it does seem like it sours their reputation when I am in a contract against them when I'm doing the story missions, but it didn't actually lower it any. It said -1 at the end of that mission, but 5 is, I guess, as low as it can get. At least maybe at this stage of the game. Maybe it changes later. Okay, so we're going to say not yet, because... First, I want to check the store, see if there's anything here. Okay, there is. There's a 10% price increase, though. Which I think is standard for indifferent. Alright, well, we'll still take a look at this, because I don't believe I've been in this system. Okay, that I definitely want to buy. An AC-20 with a damage upgrade and the stability upgrade. That's pretty good. I have never seen an AC-20 with damage up, so we'll go ahead and buy that. We're not using any AC-20s yet, but it will be more important later if we're going to continue to use heavier mechs. A damage upgrade on an LRM-10, that's pretty tempting. We already have some that are like that, so I don't think I'm going to take another LRM-15 like that. I'm going to take the LRM-10 because you never really know. Maybe there will be a circumstance where you're using one and you do want that damage upgrade. We haven't seen these all that commonly, so go ahead and buy that. And... okay, I don't see any special systems here, so... it looks like that's what's going to be here. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the Mech Warriors. We got quite a bit of experience in the last mission we were in, so... should be able to level somebody up somewhere. Okay, let's see. We can get health up. We can get indirect fire penalty up. We don't need that with our pilot. Or we can just get accuracy up. Of all these things, I mean, eventually you're going to want that higher heat threshold, but I don't know how far up you have to go to get that. So I'm just going to go with the gunnery for now.
Training complete.
Okay, Jalopy.
Commander.
The last time we didn't take the overheat threshold. I'm going to go ahead and take that now.
Mech warrior
Okay, glitch.
Good to go.
Health up. And range down. That could be very useful, as it may even just remove the minimum range penalty of some of the weapons that we have. I don't know what the minimum range penalty is on a Gauss rifle. I could also save it for this last bit of accuracy, which after the end of this mission we probably will be able to afford. So I'll hold off on that.
Commander?
And let's see what this does. So it just increases indirect fire penalty. Well, you know, that's tempting, but we don't use any weapons that are indirect fire with this pilot, so why would I want that? So I'm not going to take it. Alright, what else would we want then? Health upgrade. Piloting. I could eventually get that extra evasion with this pilot, so we'll go for that.
Training confirmed, Commander.
Alright, well that's all the pilots we're going to be using. No point in leveling up a pilot we're not going to use.
Standing by.
Which is making the game mad at me because this pilot here, it has a ton of experience that we're just not using.
Aye, aye.
As does Medusa. All well. Alright, let's go ahead and launch our contract here. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. And I'm fine with the loadout we used last time. I still feel like we have to test this out to see how it's going to do. Now that we're in a desert, especially, this will be important. And we are on the 4 for the tonnage. I mean, I don't know what to call these symbols, but all right, let's deploy. All right, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
Enter, you're near the coordinates provided to us by Davian Intel. Believe the target may be in this general region. We find him, take him out, then evac. Alright, straightforward enough. If we kill everybody, we get a bonus, so that would be nice. Target's fairly far away. So, yeah, I'll just go ahead with my scout, I guess. Can't quite get to that wood. That's alright, we'll sprint over this way. Oh, okay, so that's where your supporting force is going to be, huh? Oh, we'll angle in that direction a little bit. Probably encounter them sensor-wise and as we move.
We've got an unknown on sensors.
All right, we got a ridge in between us and them, though, so jump jets are going to be pretty important for this. And with that in mind, I'm tempted to just run up this ridge like this, so that I can jump up on top of it. Future. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't want to angle so they can easily get my back, though. So that. In this case, I think the Highlander, we have similar thing that we'd probably want to do here. So that's a really weird, awkward running angle. So I guess I'll run up like that.
You
Okay.
betcha.
Unfortunately, the Yager mech does not have jump jets, but that's okay. We can just use indirect fire here. So go ahead and kind of go like that.
Position confirmed.
But we'll probably take out the supporting mechs first. I didn't really even see what that sensor contact was revealing as far as tonnage. 5. Got something that was operating as a light mech with plus initiative, so I have to keep our eye out for that.
Right move. Another blip on my screen.
Okay. So that was a heavy mech that operated as a medium one. So we have 2 potential sensor locking mechs. They didn't sensor lock us, though. And that is a 60-ton mech. So we have a lot of heavy mechs so far. I really don't know who the best target's going to be here. Alright, well, we don't know if there's anything going to be on the assault scale. Maybe the assassinate target would be.
What's up, boss?
I'm actually curious if these guys can even get to me. Alright, we can't see the one target. But we can see just about everybody else if I jump up here, so... I'm thinking about doing that. I haven't been using a sensor lock all that often. Kind of lost its
I copy.
usefulness. As our enemies don't tend to have a lot of evasion anymore. Okay, so we've got a Thunderbolt, we've got a Quick Draw, we've got another Thunderbolt. Then we don't know what this is. It could be another Thunderbolt at that tonnage. Oh, Thunderbolts are pretty dangerous. These guys are not full armor, though. The Quick Draw is a really obvious target, just because it is not going to have a lot of armor, but the Thunderbolt here is a really nice target for her, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit that. Okay, so as I thought, they have one thing operating on the assault scale, but it's probably too far away to really do anything there. I may not be able to get the Battlemaster into a position to actually fire on anyone with the range of our weapons. In that case, it's probably best to move the Battlemaster now, though. That's unfortunate. Like, just shy of getting behind. What happens if we jumped here? Still not behind. Wow, okay. Now, if I jump here, I pretty much have to use Vigilance. I don't think there's an option. So, jump, get Vigilance, then we'll hit the Thunderbolt as hard as we can.
Engaging jump jets.
Okay, fire away. Still running very hot despite downgrading the weapons and getting, well, downgrading machine guns, but getting more heat sinks. I'm actually not that surprised with that. With the number of heat sinks we have, we're still going to struggle with how much firepower we put out there, so
All weapons committed.
may even require downgrading weapons. Okay, we got a hit. Alright, so at this point,
Standing by.
I would like to keep hitting the Thunderbolt, but I'm also going to hit the Quick Draw as well. As I've already discussed, that's a pretty good target for us, as it doesn't have a lot of armor, and we want to get rid of it as soon as possible. So you're A, you're B, and B will be the one that doesn't do more damage. So there we go.
Firing on multiple enemies.
Okay, it was a decent amount of hits considering what the hit chance was. Okay, now for
Waiting
glitch.
for orders.
You jump up and get anything meaningful for us. You can. Big problem is they would then be able to light up the Highlander, and the Highlander would not have any defense. Because I've already used Vigilance, so there would be an argument for just jumping up, taking cover, and then using our LRM-20 as the only weapon we fire. Because this is the only actual direct line of sight I could get. And just for the sake of argument, if I move there, my accuracy with the Gauss rifle is only 60%. So I don't think that's a good call. So I'm going to do this jump instead because it sets us up for the future. Then again, we just stay where we are, and we wait until we've got a better future. Or we move to get ourselves into a better position. I guess I have to use jump jets either way. Alright. Well, I'll jump here. That gets us closer, so we could conceivably jump into the woods next time. And then we just hit the Thunderbolt again, because that's the target to hit.
Ready, set.
I mean, in theory, we might be able to take out the Quick Draw, take some of its weapons out, but the Thunderbolt has already taken a lot of damage on this side. If you take out that, there's 3 medium lasers. And the left arm doesn't have anything, but still, that is a decent amount of firepower, so... Alright, fire away.
Tell me what to shoot.
Fortunately, we didn't blow it up. Okay. So this is where I have to make some decisions.
Good to go.
I do want to keep hitting things, but I don't want them to be able to hit me, so... And I don't know if I could really get into a spot to do that. If I could get into the mineral field, that might be a good move, but... Fortunately... cannot. In this case, this might be just one of those situations where I do sensor lock. Who I would do it on, I don't know. But I have to move now before they really start lighting me up, so... I'll jump down to here. We won't, I don't think, need to give vision to this Thunderbolt. So instead, I'll give vision to the quick draw. Oh. Whoops. I jumped too far. I didn't pay attention to where my sensors were. Alright, well, we'll keep sensor locking the Thunderbolt, because it is conceivable the Thunderbolt will move
Got a lock.
into a spot where we won't be able to see it anymore. So that was a bit of a mistake. Interesting, they didn't fire at me. Does that mean they can't see me? Well, I think we start with Jalopy here. Even though the Battlemaster could do great work for us, we've got a great target right now. And I want to be able to take advantage of that. So, you're going to be A, you're going to be B, and B is going to be that. Get through that last of that evasion.
On it.
Yeah, but they must not have vision of me. Ah, come on. Alright, well, this is where the Thunderbolt's going to be able to act here, and it's going to back off. Interesting. Now it can see me. Oh, and it
Damage minimal.
has a breaching shot, because it just did full damage. Alright, well, I'm not going to do anything yet. Got good defense, and it wouldn't make a lot of sense for me to move at this point. So, unless I attacked, then moved to get out of their line of sight. There is a reason to do that. So, you know what? That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to have to hit the quick draw as the Thunderbolt has moved out of my range. It's unfortunate. But I still have the Thunderbolt sensor locked, so we will be able to hit it with the... I'm highlighting the wrong mech, the Highlander. So, alright, that's what we're going to do. I'm not going to fire everything here, though, because we'll overheat. So, let's turn off some of the medium lasers. And I'll turn off... As long as it doesn't do extra damage, I'll turn off that. I want to make sure that I can jump away. So I just want to give myself a little bit of leeway on that. And I think we'll be okay with this being fired. I hope so. Alright, fire.
Engaging target. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
Okay, now we jump away. I'm gonna have to keep a careful eye on that heat gauge. Looks like that's his... I could jump all the way down. I don't know if there's really a reason to do that, though. Not actually sure. If I stay up, then I'll be able to walk next turn and do attacks. Which has its advantages. Alright, that's what we'll do. They might be able to establish a line of sight, but I'm jumping in behind a rock, so I'm hoping that's not the case. Okay. So at this point, Glitch could jump up and do a lot more damage, but I really don't see a case for that. There is a possibility that this mech will be able to see me next turn, but I would have guard up, so it wouldn't do that much damage. So I'll just go ahead and hit here. We could precision strike and go after that torso section, which only has 3 health left, but I'm not gonna bother with that. I'd rather save it for something that's a little bit more. There we go, we got it. And fall down. Oh, all right.
Let's hit him hard.
Okay, there's that light mech. Finally showing itself. Well, they don't have vision of me, so we'll let that be in their
Waiting for
court.
the shot.
Still don't have vision of me, so we'll continue to reserve here. I think we may kill that light mech. Despite the fact that we have put a lot of
Holding for tactical
emphasis on killing the Thunderbolt. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
I'd have to go out in the open to get that. Which I'm not a fan of, so.
I hear ya.
Wow, okay, so we can't see him there. So there seems to be a tricky elevation that we really can't figure out from here.
Waiting for orders.
I think the sensor lock is called for, though, either way. So I'll go ahead and walk down. You know, jump, we'd probably be able to get away with. Jump there. Go ahead and sensor lock.
Up high.
What do we have here? Well, it's not a fire starter.
Sensors locked
Okay,
on.
it's a generator. Alright, they don't have vision of me, so we can pretty much freely do what we want to do here. So let's
What
start
can I do for ya?
with... Really? Okay, let's see. Ah, okay, if we walk there, I do have the direct line of sight. We have much weapons fire here. Not a lot. Okay. I think, in this case, start with Jalopy. Try and get a direct line of sight if we can. If we can't, then we just fire as is. We're better off just firing one LRM rather than both. Because, I mean, I'm going to have my damage if I fire both, so... Not going to quite kill this thing as much as I'd like to.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I move here, we get more weapons on target. We make ourselves fairly vulnerable for the future. This is where vigilance is probably going to be a good idea. So I'll try and face in a way we can face our enemy.
Coordinates received.
I will be using vigilance for that very reason. Alright, we're going to slug it with everything we've got. At this stage, I don't see a reason why not.
All weapons are go. Another hit like that and you're toast.
Okay, we didn't quite kill him, but we definitely reduced his firepower. Now my mech could jump down here. No, we're not going to get anything done with that. Not gonna get anything done there either. Looks like we're not gonna get a whole lot of anything done. So in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and jump down, and we're just gonna try and put myself into a position that we may be able to help out in the future, but to give us an opportunity to cool off a bit, we'll just jump down and then brace. Alternatively, I just stay where I am and brace, and we might be in a position to do things next turn. And I'd cool off more. Let's see what that's going to look like. Yeah, that looks better. We'll do that. Doesn't give me the ability to follow up and kill the Jenner, but we wouldn't have been able to do that before it does anything anyway. Oh, it's good. Okay, it's just going to run away. I'll take that. I mean, hey, I think I would crap my pants if what happened to that Jenner just, you know, happened again, so... At this stage, we might as well reserve because they don't have that vision yet. I mean, we might try and finish off the Jenner, but we'll have to see. Do they get the vision? Don't. Okay. We'll double check by reserving here again. If this mech does anything against us, we know they have that vision. This is a quick draw. So it should have LRMs unless it's another variant. I didn't pay attention to what variant it was. Alright, so far they don't have vision, so just go ahead and move through this. Okay.
Receiving you.
Now, I do run the chance of, okay, well, I cannot get vision of this guy unless I really put myself at risk here, huh? I could sensor lock rather than, you know, attack. And the Jenner's probably built up a fair amount of evasion, so there is an argument to be had for that. Alright, that's what I'm going to do. I do want to finish off the Jenner, as it is going to have the potential of giving vision to the enemy, and so far we've been able to avoid that. Okay. Now for follow-up moves. They don't have a vision that they desired. May have to put myself at risk here. Oh, out in the open and everything. I think this is kind of a terrible move. In theory, we'd be in range there if I did this move. If I had vigilance, I'd do that without question. But that's, how many heavy mechs would be firing at me? Not sure I'm a big fan of that. Well, let's go for it. Might be able to put myself into a spot that only so many of them can attack me. Then we go with that. And we get a decent amount of evasion up, so it's not too bad. Okay. Should have more to work with here. So, Thunderbolt and the Jagermech. We'll go after the Jagermech as, from the group, this is the one that's going to have the worst of the defense. We could split fire here to get that evasion down. I think I'm going to do that. So, you're going to be A, you're going to be B, and then B is just going to be one of the more accurate lasers, which I think is this one. There we go. Alright, let's fire away.
Engaging multiple targets.
Got a head hit. Then we missed there, despite having not that bad of a shot.
No damage detected.
Okay, so Jalopy here
For orders.
does not have direct line of sight to anything, really. Is there a way we could establish that at all, with any movement at all? Alright, well that's unfortunate, because otherwise I would have been able to hit maybe 3 targets here and burn through the armor of all, but in this case, we're going to split our fire. You're going to be A, you're going to be B, E, B, E. Oh, I must have to move to get that in arc. Check that. Yeah, I have to move to get that in arc. So we'll back up just to give me some breathing room. We'll aim ourselves like that.
Got it.
Unfortunately, we will not have guards, so if they can see me, they'll do some possibly bad damage. Okay. Let's try that now. So you're going to be A, and you're going to be B, and then this is going to be B, and... That's a terrible shot. I do want to take the Jenner down, but... Alright, we'll do it anyway.
Acknowledged.
Alright, we at least burn the evasion down.
I hear ya.
Okay, good. We do have that ability to multi-target. So, you're going to be A, and you're going to be... Alright. That's fire.
Got it.
Oh, we didn't do enough there. Okay. Well, the Jenner has a lot less weapons than it had before. Gonna come after me nonetheless. I think a miss. Okay.
Ready for orders.
So if I move, I'm gonna be losing the vision that I have of that Jenner, and we could potentially finish it off here. So is there a way I can keep that vision, but still do something without the enemy seeing me, and have good defense on top of that? I don't think that's possible, honestly. Alright, well before I make this move, let's just take a look at what our enemy, how much they've got going for them. It's conceivable we could kill this guy. And if I do that, probably remove a decent amount of their vision as well. I'm going to go for it even though it's kind of a risky move. So I'm going to jump in here and get as much evasion up as I can. And we'll just hit this guy as hard as we can. Death from above is actually somewhat tempting, but... Alright. Fire away. Fortunately, not enough. I expect the Shadowhawk is going to be a target now. No, they're going to hit my Jager mech. That was a lot of damage.
Took a hard hit there.
Okay, at this point, definitely we have to have Jalopy move back because they have vision. We don't want that to be the case. I think that's about as far back as I can move. And we can hit 3 targets here if I want to go that route. They're all terrible shots, though. Except for this one. Maybe we just go after the Yagurmech and try and kill it. I have a fairly good chance of doing that, so that's what I'm going to do.
Copy that.
Let's return that fire.
Locking on target.
This is what I think of that.
I think I hit.
Not much armor left on that thing. And just shy of knocking him down again. It's almost like a conspiracy. Alright, I expect this to be a Shadow Hawk attack. Alright, we got out of that not too bad off.
Damage is light.
We do have the assault mech here. It could be an awesome, which it would need direct line of sight to be able to hit me, which it probably won't get.
Good to go.
Attack from here. We do have vision of all 3. Sure, I'll do a multi-target. So, you're gonna be A, you're gonna be B, you're gonna be C. E is the Gauss rifle. B is gonna be the LRM-20, because that has terrible accuracy against the Yagurmech at this range. And fire away.
Uh-huh.
Okay, got a knockdown.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, I guess we got the kill, but that was off camera.
And stay down.
Alright, let's see if this guy can get in somewhere where it can do anything. And if I'm right about it being an awesome. Okay. Well, yeah, I think this is going to be a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video, but at this point, things are going pretty well. And we have a fairly good chance of taking out the Yagurmech, or at least doing heavy damage to it. So, yeah, we haven't obviously attacked our main target yet. And again, that light mech wasn't part of the supporting enemy forces yet again, so interesting that they have that yet again. But in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.